The Dance of the Dragons was a war of kin against kin, a calamity born of pride and ambition, a conflict that tore the Seven Kingdoms asunder. Worst of all, it bled the Targaryen dynasty nearly to death. Even the dragons were turned upon one another in a suicidal fury, blackening the skies and scorching the earth below. Fields were burned, castles were broken, and lords, great and small, were forced to choose a side. The wrong choice meant ruin. Long after the battles were over, victory became a scream of agony, echoing for generations to come. Even now it remains a wound from which the realm never truly recovered. However, one lingering question remains. What if peace had been sought? The chasm between the two sides of the conflict, the blacks and the greens, seemed impassable. Yet bridges could have been built with the right materials. Imagine a grander bargain beyond simple surrender. Aegon II could have remained king in name, a figurehead to satisfy the realm's traditions. Rhaenyra, his sister, could have been named Hand of the King, protector of the realm, wielding the true power of governance. This would grant one his crown and the other the authority her father intended. A delicate balance of title and power. Another binding solution: Targaryen tradition of marriage. Jace Velaryon, Rhaenyra's eldest son and heir, betrothed to Aegon's daughter, Rhaenyra. Such a marriage would unite rival claims in the next generation, ensuring the child of both claimants inherited the Iron Throne without dispute, and with the might of all their dragons. A more radical option: temporarily divide the realm. The Seven Kingdoms were vast and fractious. Imagine it. Aegon crowned King of the Andals, King of the First Men, ruling from King's Landing over the southern domains. Rhaenyra crowned Queen of the North, Queen of the Trident, ruling from Dragonstone. Both monarchs would have thrones of their own, govern their territories, agree to mutual defense, agree to non-aggression, a dual monarchy to preserve peace. The greatest barrier was not the absence of a solution, it was the scarcity of humility. And so the dragons danced instead. Though both sides claimed to present terms of peace, the offers exchanged between the Greens and the Blacks were not dialogues at all. They were ultimatums rooted in pain and grievances. They sought total victory, the complete submission of their rival, and in doing so, they unleashed a storm that consumed their families, their dragons, and their kingdom. They pursued a path that led directly to their mutual destruction and left behind little more than a field of ashes. A true negotiation would have required listening as much as speaking. Had Rhaenyra acknowledged the realm's deep-seated preference for a male heir, or had Aegon's council recognized the legitimacy of Viserys' decree, a space for creative solutions might have opened. Instead, both sides were convinced of the righteousness of their own claims, and they became blind to the catastrophic price of their conflict. The Dance of the Dragons teaches us that victory at any cost is often no victory at all, a lesson that modern leaders would do well to remember. Ultimately, the tragedy of the dance is a cautionary tale about the corrosive nature of pride. It is a reminder that communication, genuine and compassionate, is the bedrock of diplomacy, and it is a warning that lasting peace is only born by selflessness and is a greater legacy than a crown won through bloodshed. The choice between diplomacy and devastation remains as critical today as it was then. But which will you choose?